Greetings, ladies and germs of planet Earth and beyond. King Zero Phoenix here, and welcome back to Subnautica. From what I've learned, this game is continuing to get closer and closer to its completion. We may see it in the next couple of months, or may not. God only knows. Either way, I believe last time we left off, we had just witnessed the inevitable demise of the Sunbeam. Of course, we all knew it was coming, but still, it's a shame. In reality, if that were any of us, seeing what could have been our only hope just go up in flames, would immediately dash all hopes, and we'd be spending the rest of our lives as cultivating an aquatic plant life and trying to figure out ways to hump different find something else to hump, because being in either male or female only male or female on a planet. Sorry, I'm mumbling again. I got too many things boiling up in my head, and I can't get them all out at once. Anyhow, like I was trying to say, seeing what could have been our only escape off this planet may dash all the hopes of any other survivor, but fortunately, that just only motivates me to get the bleep off out of here. We know what we gotta do, we just have to figure out a way to get there. The disease research facility, past the deep Grand Reef, beyond the Lost River, then get to the thermal plant in the inactive lava zone, away from past the Sea Dragon, then down to the primal containment facility, meet the Sea Emperor or Sea Empress, considering it's female, get the Enzyme 42 from her offspring, cure ourselves, and possibly the entire planet if I'm feeling generous or if we have the time, build our escape shuttle, and we're home free. That being said, and we are not going to take the easy way out. Meaning, do everything naturally, try to keep it all realistic. I mean, some people might actually be interested in seeing that, seeing how, possibly, in real life you may be able to do this. But for me, that's just a colossal waste of time. Trying to find the resources, constantly risking my life, because in reality, well, trying to pull this off more realistically would be interesting to watch. It would also be kind of painful and extremely tedious, because trying to find all the resources at the expense of my own life, considering there's smaller creatures that want to eat me, compared to the leviathans that want to eat me, as much fun as much as a kick as you'd probably get out of watching me get eaten time and time again, it's also gonna get boring after a while. So me, I prefer the more, shall we say, I call it the enhanced approach, where using the cheats in a way that display as our character is sort of an enhanced being that can materialize anything needed simply by thought, much how, the Green Lanterns are able to create anything they see out of the energy. And that's, it's actually how I created my own character, or hope to create my own character, Zero Phoenix, someday. Taking all the energies from creating the rainbow core, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, and such. Light and darkness creating the energy of chaos. On the side of darkness, you get rage, avarice, and fear. On the side of light, hope, compassion, and love. And the one thing that keeps them all from destroying each other, willpower. For me, that's the energy of all. The same energy that allows all of existence to continue to exist, despite all the chaos and such. And it's also the same energy from which all other energies derive. Goes by the name Chi, Chakra, Mana, Magic, however you want to call it, it all originated from chaos. Basically, meaning nothing anyone could ever do against Zero would ever work. A little overpowered, in my opinion, but I created him specifically with that in mind. Yep, Sunbeam's gone. Ping manager, Aurora rendezvous point. Beyond 250. And also, I am going to show you exactly what I mean by getting rid of the Reaper Leviathans. I have no intention of trying to rather than avoid them, I'd rather just exterminate them all, like pests. Now I am going to show you exactly how I intend to pull that off. You saw I activated the invisible cheat. There you are, ugly. I'm invisible, it can't see. Hope you enjoyed Life Big Ugly, cause yours is about to end. I have to admit, though, I do like this new sleek design it was given. Much more intimidating than it was before.
Jesus Christ!
Okay. Okay, that happened. Some other time, perhaps. You think maybe it was on to me? Hey, that decided to glitch out of existence like that? Whatever. You'll get yours, Reaper, I swear it. Anyhow, there is one thing I want to do before I head back to the base, and head back down to the proposed Degassi habitat. I remember correctly, we remember the teleporter we found on the island. The other end should be here inside the mountain. Since I'm invisible, I don't have to worry about those annoying cave crawlers. Look at all this lithium. Aha! Here it is. Insert the ion cube. Teleportation. Here it goes. Whoa! Reminds me of the warp gates from the first game I ever played, not Ratchet, Jak and Daxter. Actually the same concept, really. Only I don't really know what exactly was powering it, though. And we're warping, traveling through space and time, and... I'm just glad my molecules didn't get mixed up. Anyhow, yep, we are back on the island. Yep, floating island cave teleporter. And now... Whee! That's trippy. Alright, I've had my fun. Let's head back. Cannonball! Ow. Reaper's probably still on the opposite end of the island. I am starting to run low on food. for a second. That'll keep me fed for a while. These are excellent sources of water, no less. Great. Hello.
What are you?
The Sea Empress. Now that I know what to do, she's calling out to me. Before I move on, I know the Reaper thanks to that glitch, it got tossed like halfway around the island, so... I'm just gonna find where it is, kill it, and be done with it. What? You all saw that too, right? I guess I won't be. And again, I guess I won't have to kill it after all. Shame, really. No matter, I got better things to worry about. Just get back to our base, unload my stuff. And now that I've actually got power to my base, I can charge you. I swear to God, if that thing pops up somewhere around here, I am not gonna be happy. Sorry. Just being in the open ocean with predators all around makes me exceptionally uneasy, and I am not a fan of surprises, especially in situations like this. I suppose in games like this you could call me a sort of control freak. That being said, I do like to leave certain things as they are. I don't like to be, I don't pretend to be omnipotent in this place. Personally, I'd rather not be. Being a deity, from what I've seen in any other area, whether it be anime, fiction, or somewhere else, being a god is not all it's cracked up to be. And people constantly complain. All people do is complain. They always expect you to fix their problems. I mean, seriously, I'm a god, not your nanny. That also reminds me, a French cartoon I happen to be grown fond of, Wakfu, recently finished its season 3. Anyways, basically they demigods, much like the demigods of Greek and Roman mythology, angered at their parents because, no matter their constant praying and worship of them, they still do not heed the call when things start going south. Well, like I stated before, they're deities, not handholders. It's like sort of the relationship between parent and child. Normally, overprotective parents will often do anything they can to help their child if they're struggling, but if you ask me, a proper parent shouldn't always be ready to dote on their children when things don't seem to go their way. Because if you constantly do everything for them, how exactly are they going to learn to do things for themselves? Sounds a little cruel, maybe, but personally that's how I choose to see it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, you charge yourself up. Let me just put this stuff away. Ooh! They've been up. Wow, they updated the scanner too. That's right. Let's see. I made these two. I'll go specifically for. Oh, sorry. Range. Eight. 1, 2, 3. Good. That'll enhance its range significantly. As will. Right there. By how much will it enhance, though? Here's the million-dollar question. Should I go range for all, or should I also include speed in the mix? You know what? It's range that I want. I'll go range for all of them. How many was that? Only 2. 3. 4. Now that's what I'm talking about. And it looks like it's also granting me underground access as well. The HUD chip. I never saw a reason for using this before, but now that the thermometer is no longer in this, nothing you need in here. It's perfect. Now for the other reason I came in here. There we go. Not like I need them anyways. I didn't get to nighttime already. No matter, just sleep it off. I don't know why.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
They're free, Reginald. Go get eaten by something else.
Welcome aboard, Cap Systems Online.
Alright. Just remembered I don't have the modification station. Give me a quick second. Where was it? Where was it? Here we are. Can only be found at the grassy plateaus, mushroom forest, or sparse reef wrecks. Well, there's usually several of these wrecks around, so I don't really know which one to find. That being said, I'm really not sure I'm gonna need them. I mean, I'm fast enough to avoid. No comment. Anyhow, I'm done procrastinating. Trying to figure out which wreck is holding it would be a waste of time, so let's just get right into it. Stupid sand shark. Odd. That's odd. Wasn't there didn't there used to be a cave leading down here? Was it sealed off? Thankfully, I know of another way. Near the cave located directly where the habitat is, should be here on the other side of this grassy plateau. Here. That's another empty creepvine forest. And next to the grassy plateau that leads into biters. I think I remember seeing it somewhere around here. Where is it? But I did find another wreck. Scanner room, got it. I wonder if the modification station's around here. Scanner room, got it. Bottled water. Propulsion cannon. Aha! Finally, I got it.
New blueprint acquired.
Mongolian independent states.
Integrating new PDA data.
The modification station. Well, not the one I'm looking for, but still, I'll take it. What else is in here? Just so I don't drown. Where the standard fabricator automatically rearranges raw materials to form complex devices, the mod station is able to combine complex devices to enhance their function. Most industrial vessels are fitted with a complement of equipment modification stations which enable engineers to adapt their tools on the fly. To conserve hardware space, the modification station is excluded by default from most personal emergency blueprint libraries. However, extreme environments such as ocean and desert class planets may necessitate the adaptation of basic survival tools for unanticipated applications. For this reason, access to a mod station is always recommended. Yeah, if you can actually get to one, that is. Nice. Not the mod station I was looking for, but hey, better than nothing. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you. Wow, the range on this thing really does work if I can find fragments all the way out here. Plenty of propulsion cannon fragments, also fragments of anything else like equals extra titanium, something I can use later on. So shame there's no modification station was not the one I was looking for, but hey, I'll take it anyways.
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
Let's see. Hey! The captain's quarters. They actually added the code in now. I'll come back for that. Independent going when the hostilities of the expansion seized the technical value of the hard-to-reach... colony systems on the edge of the China territories plummeted. Recouping from the war, the central government left them to starve. The systems in question declared independence, claiming their infrastructure as their own, and their intent to become self-sufficient. Today, the Mongolian state is seen as a relatively minor power on the outskirts of colonized space, yet it remains one of the fastest expanding transgovs in the galaxy. There is little centralized control. In times of war, a defense force can be raised between the chief officers of the major planetary clan corps. Get lost, Rabbit Ray. Will you stop that? Mongolian societies inherited their technologies from the Chinese, but incorporated the customs of their multicultural colonist base. Non-synthetic foods remain popular. Religion is a strong component of society, but the Mongolians take a relaxed view of competing faiths, believing gods to be universally and equally flawed. Someone with actual common sense towards religion. Don't ever. Religion. Mongolians will often be heard proclaiming, "I believe in gods so long as they don't try to command me." If pushed to explain how they can believe in a god with no authority, they will explain simply that all people are gods, and their authority is equally zero. I like that. But enough of the philosophical talk for now. I just need to know how exactly am I gonna get into the jelly shroom caves. It seems all the usual openings have been sealed off. I take that back. Wait a minute, that's not an entrance. Are those are spadefish eggs. Okay, people, it seems we have an unexpected issue. For some reason, I can't seem to find any openings to get down to the jelly shroom caves. All the usual openings seem to have been sealed off for some reason. I'm not crazy, right? You see it, right?
Local scans show a nearby cave entrance. Depth 90
Aha!
leading to an unknown environmental biome.
Here we are. Uh-oh. Don't mind the flashing lights, people, but it seems to be a bit of a power surge coming through my area. Stupid crap. Sand sharks. Ah! Cave. Crab snakes. I have no intention of drowning here either. But it gives me a chance to get out and explore. There it is, their old habitat.
The conditions in this cave support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms.
Yeah, don't say.
Artificial structure somewhere in the region.
Jelly shroom. Eye. I've never seen so many eyes in one place. Crab snake. A crab snake egg. Violet bow. Ah! Thankfully, they're completely unaware of my sea moth, so... I don't have the nuclear fragment yet. Nuclear reactor just yet. Ugh, don't touch those. Now I have a nuclear reactor.
Blueprint acquired.
Magnetite. Does this even have any use anymore? I'll take it with me just in case. Thankfully they're staying away from my sea moth, so that's good. The pecking order.
Integrating new PDA data.
There always has to be a pecking order. Oh yes, I'm definitely gonna need that.
New PDA data.
Our filtration system.
Signal location uploaded to PDA blueprint acquired.
Dilemma.
Integrating new PDA data. Integrating new PDA data.
The bed. They sound very less than friendly.
New PDA data. Integrating new PDA.
How did these... I know technically these stingers, drooping stingers, are technically plants, not animals, but how in the world could they have even grown in here? They don't really seem to have any kind of spores or anything. Then again, I don't really know how life works. I'm only used to familiar with the plant life here on Earth, so trying to adapt at these aquatic plants to the plant life on Earth is not exactly logical. Anyhow, we got... I'm sure there are others like the... I haven't gotten an Oculus yet, but I'll explore more just in a little bit. Let's get back to the life pod. Let's do this. Let's see. A water filtration system, something I desperately need. The filtration system draws water unfit for human consumption from an external source, automatically splits it into its constituent parts and outputs consumable liquid water and salts, while disposing of any harmful byproduct. It can be built in any compatible habitat module, but has substantial power requirements. The Altera water filtration system, any liquid into pure, refreshing, pH-balanced water? Yes, sir. Any liquid. Charming. Our nuclear reactor. Renewable energy sources will usually be sufficient for maintaining a small outpost. For everything else, there's nuclear power. Powered by up to 4 replaceable uranium reactor rods. Do not attempt to replace reactor rods without a full radiation suit. Do not attempt to overclock the reactor. Nuclear is ideal for energy-intensive operations, such as self-sufficient colonies supporting more than 20 people, industrial outposts operating multiple docks and heavy machinery, research stations housing live specimen. This world. Bart Torgall's log number 1. I thought I might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish down here, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball, snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly not. It's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. I learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors, and when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power, that the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feed the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Coevolution just gives me the fuzzies. The fuzzy circle of life, Bart. Circle of life. Stonkert. Something incredible just happened. Since we're down here, I had this plan to build equipment and study the incredible life forms we're encountering, but I didn't have enough enameled glass. So I started looking for a natural substrate that would strengthen the glass we have, and those stalker teeth we've been finding fit the bill. Only we needed more. That's when Marguerite got interested. She actually listened to me, more than I can say for Father, and I worked up the courage to talk about my more tentative theories. When I told her they were attracted to metal deposits, that their teeth get dislodged when they pick them up, her eyes narrowed and she dashed out of the room. 3 hours later she came back, her pack loaded down with stalker teeth. I asked her about it, she shrugged and said my theories were good. She said she had them eating out of the palm of her hand. I think she meant it literally. She is incredible. She went out to the kelp forest, armed with just a heat blade, and went fin to fin with a pack of stalkers. On the one hand, that is the coolest thing I have ever heard. On the other hand, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Marguerite did. She had a huge gash on her forearm. I don't think things went as smoothly as she made out. And what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful? That's called survival, Bart. Death is messy, but necessary. I wish I knew more about these animals, but Father won't let me leave the habitat. Maybe with all this glass we could build a containment unit and get up close to them. Curious discovery. Right? What is that thing? I don't know. I found it outside in the sand. Part of another ship? None I've ever seen. It's not even scratched. Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something. Stand down, Chief. If I were going to crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up. It's glowing. We're not the first people to come to this planet. People? Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here. Must have been pecking order. Son, there is always a pecking order, and in our world, money makes the hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me. I'm still at the top of the pack. If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions? All that education and you still make me school you. We need her. We let her think that what she likes, so long as she does what she's told. What if she doesn't? For enough money, she will. People always do. He's not wrong. We are already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper? Look around us, Chief. I see one. We see this one already? I think we did. Dilemma. You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer northeast of here, and she needs Bart and I to do it. She's got it into her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled Star Walls to Neptune, Plasteel to the Federation. This family operates 9 different mining colonies across the Ariadne Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead. Her contract still says otherwise. But I just cannot damn tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet there's no swapping out my liver when the old one fails. Here I'm mortal, and Maida is useful. So it's my responsibility to make a decision, return to the island and hope whatever knocks the Degassi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship, or take us deeper in search of answers, and all the while be hoping old age gets me before the sea monsters do. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium here to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. There was nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here, but I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about the Torgal Corp share price on the other side of the Federation. Why is it all the way over there now? No matter. Yeesh. Come on, save. Sorry I took up so much time, guys. This is for one of my longer running videos. Anyhow, we now have the modification station, the nuclear reactor, the water filtration system, and much more. So we're still making progress, but now we... Also learning exactly how the Degassi crew ended up how they did. We're gonna keep finding out. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me on this little adventure. Hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're interested in seeing more, and share any opinions you may have with me down in the comments below. And until next time, this is King Zero Phoenix signing off. Laters!